be able to think of it only have to think about your decision of the options in front of you for a moment, then decide.
Functional democracy, we have become a bureaucracy.
That is true.
Agreed. We have to change something about that.
One style government, let's go. One party government, I'm sorry.
Throw
one party,
bureaucrats
definitely.
off the ship.
So who leaves first in that case?
Who what?
Because
So
we're
all
Send
live.
all the bureaucrats off the ship, so who leaves first?
We have 8 minutes left to ask the one incredibly important question that we need to ask at the beginning of every session. And I want everybody to go into Dice Roller, and I want you to do a 1, 2, and 3. And I want you each to type the first, second, and third thing that you want to try to accomplish today. Don't add a bunch of detail, just the number, the thing. Then we can all look at what we type and decide as a group real quickly what the most important thing is.
Like a bunch of mice in the church. Goddamn.
Go seems way too vague.
But honestly, like, it's a valid point.
Dude,
But it's like a decent structure in that case.
it just literally Perk that literally remind me of WoW Krender's machine. I'm like, go, you're the tank, go.
I love it, Revan. Number 3.
I'm surprised that I'm not the one who has the weapon in their thing.
Well, you said that we were going to the volcano anyway today.
Well, I think we're gonna change a bit of plans now, don't you think?
I mean, we're going to go to the volcano
ha-
because leaving now would be problematic.
We have to do
Okay.
it anyway.
So
But
while Lecter goes shopping, we have the discussion that we need to have. By the time he's done shopping, we should have talked to the 1 or 2 people we need to talk to.
I
and
would
get
like
on
to
the
be
boat
back.
and leave.
I would like us to be back to full strength though before we talk to the Black Emperor, if that is even
so-
possible.
here's the main detail. We actually have to go talk to the guy in the volcano anyway because that's part of the thing. Like, if we just let me
just
finish.
established that.
Let me finish. If we just leave, then we're breaking our promise and making ourselves look suspicious as fuck.
Yeah.
We said we were going up to the volcano. That's what we're going to do. We're not going to do something completely different.
Yeah, we're still going to the volcano. That's not part of the discussion. We're definitely going to the volcano to sort out the things with the Black Emperor. The question is just with what kind of attitude are we going into this? Because there's 2 ways. Are we going there as planning it to be like a full campaign extension? Or we go in there trying to finish it off in a single session?
Can I just put my
I would like
of
to
what
have this.
Can you just wait a minute? Can I put my input of what I think would be best at the very least on my character's part? I think I should be at the very least one to actually bend the knee in this situation and actually apologize.
To whom? The Black Emperor or the group?
To the Black Emperor and the group. Because he may be a barbarian, he may be a stubborn old orc.
God.
No, he's still an orc, first and foremost. And he knows that the powers has changed him for a worse version. And it's time he faced the mistakes, as minor or large as they may be.
So to answer the question Lecter asked, I would like to have him as an ally if we can, because he seems to not like red hens. So anybody we have assist us in the destruction of this being would be most beneficial.
And Yeah.
If I had a fourth point in my list, it would be exactly get more information about red hands as well, in the sense that this can be easily combined with like my second goal slash part 3 of what the entire group.
Yeah, also, the first 3 things are gathering info about red hands. The party is going to go get it through the Black Emperor. You're going to go prepare to get to do the legend lore, and then we're going to actually do that.
There's actually one other character that we have to figure out. Sorry, Revan, but there's actually one important other thing we have to account for. That floating black shadowy mass with the similar lector arms that is potentially currently on the warpath, not even playing around to kill the world.
That falls under Legend Lore Part 2. We're not just going to look into red hands, we're going to look into that as well. That is gather information to pick a new plan.
Side note.
Oh, look at that.
Side note.
Max is happy.
Little side note. After we talk to the Black Emperor and Lecter does the thing, we also need to figure out what the fuck that creepy girl is.
Yeah, that is all under Legend Lore and Rest.
Okay.
We have Speeda to learn about, we have the Black Emperor to learn about, and we have Red Hands to learn about. That's all included in Part 2. Revan, what was your thing?
I was trying to say that getting information from the Black Emperor about Red Hands is a good idea because I essentially pointed out he duped both groups. He tricked the party before I joined that into believing some nonsense and doing his dirty work, and then he tricked the Black Emperor into believing that the party was an issue. But then
he's tricked us 3 other times before, dude. This is what he does.
Yeah,
I mean, okay.
I essentially pointed out he's duped both of you guys, so we have a common goal.
Exactly. So yeah.
Also,
he's also
do
got
have a bargaining chip
at least 2
as
other
well.
notable times before. Omnius pointed one of them out very clearly. That's how we ended up with Zan as an ally instead of a really big enemy.
Oh yeah.
It was a whole we're fully on board with the fact that this guy is a mind fucker, and his whole thing is to put his potential enemies against each other, and so. Now we've managed to see through one of his schemes. There's no doubt 5 or 6 layers more to this onion that we have yet to peel back. But
the alligator red hands is meta information.
Yeah, from the DM. So
we don't have to specifically rely on this part of the information.
We also have a bargaining chip.
With the alligator, we actually have the first guy who actually told us to attack the volcano.
We also have the name of the person who took the soul of the dragon. If he ever wants revenge on that particular person.
Not only do we have the name of them, we have intimate information about them that could be used in a scry to determine their exact location. So that's information we can trade to the Black Emperor.
You give him that, then all of a sudden the volcano erupts, and then the guy gets crushed by a boulder.
I have a question regarding the guy that took the soul. Are you referring to Kirai?
Yes.
Yeah. Yes.
We can sell out Kilrai's location to the Black Emperor as a way to gain favor with them.
I just want to say that's how I'm planning to start this out. Like before even leaving dragon-related business, might as well call him up just to find out if he's even still alive.
Not a particularly bad idea.
And then we can also legend lore that thing too if we can't.
The Dragon's Betrayer? Theoretically, yes. I'm going out there with at least 1,500 gold pieces worth of incense as long as that's providable.
I can hand you my scrying mirrors and find out detail about that guy.
I have a scrying mirror as well. The only problem is that it's really dangerous since it's likely to break when conducting red hands again, because it did the last time.
Well, no.
But that's something I will find out.
I was referring to the other person.
Kira?
Yeah.
It doesn't matter. I can use... I'm planning to get like a secondary waist mirror if I have the time for it, and if I can figure that out.
Yeah.
Just something I'm allowed to break.
Mm-hmm. We have enough at this point.
I recently checked some of the details again. I'm currently at somewhere around 60,000.
Although, Revan, is yours actually a magic mirror of scrying? Like it gives the ability to use it to somebody who doesn't have the spell? Or is it a focus or the scry ritual?
It's a spell. It's a...
Okay. So,
we already started.
Lucky would suggest perhaps that you, while Lecter is off shopping, we take a quick moment and Ken or Rog look into that. And
has 3 charges since spend the
10
charge
minutes, Mark.
cast the Shrine spell.
we can use that to get information on things like I think Ken was the one who mentioned. No, Rog was the one who mentioned find remaining traces of Omnius's work on the ship. Look into.
I'm going to the gazebo.
Any places that he might have mentioned that he had ever worked at or been performing activities. Things for you guys to consider. And Ken and Rog are the perfect people to look into those because they might likely know some of those places while Lecter is shopping and we are on our way to go speak with the Black Emperor.
Yeah.
These are plans.
Okay, so are we all done with the planning?
I think so. Quick note. I really hope that we can make this a weekly tradition. This feels really professional.
I had to be quiet. Fuck. This is like the most you ever done at all questioning anything in 54 sessions. That is not related. That is related to the story.
All it took was getting Rob to kill a dragon.
No, all it took was getting enraged.
You are a master DM.
All it took was all of us to get enraged at each other's decisions.
Progress.
Sometimes things have to break for them to heal back better, stronger.
You know what?
All right.
Hey, Kron, RimWorld, catharsis is like one of the best things ever. It's like,
Exactly. No, we all just collectively went through a bunch of mental breaks, and we all ended up having we all collectively got the insulting spree, and now we're all out of our mental breaks. We're a couple of days past getting all the mood debuffs, and we're still mid-catharsis.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, so actually, are we going to start it or not?
Actually, there's one more thing I want to do, just quickly.
Mm-hmm.
So instead of doing RP, I just might as well address it now, since Eric's informed me about all those details. Ken?
Yeah.
In regards to your black tip bullets,
yeah.
From what I understand, you do know of one person who knows how to make them.
Oh no, I know how to make them, and I have blueprints. I can literally... that's another thing that we were going to do, but I was going to wait until a little bit until we get the shit going to do
wait
it.
a minute. Eric told me that you didn't know how to make them.
No, he knows. He doesn't. He hasn't figured out. He has the blueprints. He knows the materials.
Blueprints.
But the maker was literally inside
on the island. Yeah, we left the one main guy who knew how to properly make them on the island that could disappear any day, and we just left him behind.
They all evacuated, 1, and 2, we have a boat full of scientists.
True.
And, and apparently Omnis left us a pad that can automatically translate.
No, that wasn't.
I have
that.
That
was
I have that.
Yeah.
Oh, Lecter has a translating thing.
The science pad.
I was just
the pad that can translate, so we can do that barrier.
Okay,
I felt I should point that out.
So, session 54. Question: is everybody ready?
I guess.
As ready as we'll ever
be. Let's get ready to rumble.
I mean, we don't want to fight today, do we?
Well, not rumble, as in like rumble, as in get this shit done. Let's get some shit done, guys.
There was a bit of vibrato missing in there.
Okay, but for real. So last we left off, a big, massive fucking battle happened on a boat. It got the attention of an ancient red dragon. Additionally, with the Black Emperor, the ruler of the Bastards volcano, you fought off hordes of spiderlings, minotaurs, and salamanders. Additionally, the dragon himself, killing it. And then, of course, you go survey the damage. Everybody survived because of Revan's clutch favor. Everybody clap for him. Everybody survived. Everybody lived. And except for 2 original elves who were since the beginning of the travels into the archipelago found death and consumed by ash, and from them materialized a visage of so-called Black Emperor who proclaimed you as the enemy for tricking, basically giving into this debacle of just causing a war. And then you came to the realization that he thought that the thing that you hate, Red Hands, is
ally.
Yeah, no, you're not allies with him, and
Yeah.
you kind of made this reasoning that we're not enemies, we're actually allies because we have an enemy of an enemy. But in the show of like Good Fate, you were told to release the grasp from the dragon, which Lecter put in the 2 gold coins to contain it. And yeah, you let go the dragon, you all hear the dragon get resurrected above, and you were invited cordially to the volcano. So, last we left off, yeah, you're at the bottom of the deck in the pile of the ashes. Black Emperor just manifests into nothing, and you're kind of left there on the lowest deck. So yeah, let's go.
Let's see, this is still perfectly fine. So,
OJ.
I'm just gonna make sure that every normie is okay.
Alrighty.
Just going through the list.
Yeah.
All the kids, all the Dunkirkians.
Yes, everybody. Just to put a quick review, everybody is alive. Some are quite injured. Mostly Svita, but she looks unfazed by it. And basically, everybody tells the same thing of like getting overwhelmed, but all of a sudden, all their wounds get back up. They all get second wind. So yeah.
Came in clutch there.
And yeah, everybody's alive except for 2 missing elves. Well,
yeah.
the elves at the bottom.
I should have just kept my big mouth shut.
In what sense?
A literal sense. Because of my stubbornness, we just got a war declared on us just because I was itching for more of a fight. And it got us in trouble. More trouble.
I guess we'll have to find out how we can resolve this.
Well, I know what I have to do.
Plucky's still floating next to the boat with the fly spell from his boots. Oh, don't worry about it. I've talked myself out of way worse situations than this.
Oh, then
really?
maybe you'll come apologize with me, but although you don't really have much to apologize for. Personally, I think.
I mean, I stabbed the big pillar thingy. What exactly was the big black pillar?
Honestly, I think it was like some kind of representation of a hand or its claws.
We have plenty of time to analyze what it is if there's still some shards on the deck. But for now, we need to figure out what we're going to say in order to make sure that this person doesn't declare war on us again, and we can make buddies with him and have a potential ally to help aid us.
Well, don't worry about that. I have a few ideas for how we're going to cover that when we get there. But for now,
first, let's at the very least get on neutral ground.
Yeah, exactly. No, we'll be fine. We'll be fine. I can cover that.
This is going to be the easiest if we are well informed, and well, I think I might just have an idea of how to deal with that.
It was simple enough to point out the mutual hatred for the same person.
Of course.
So
yeah, no, I know enough about Red Hands. We've got some information we can offer. Plus, I mean, just look at me. I'm a charming guy, right? So, like, no, we've got this. This will be great. This will be fun.
So
we can take care of that issue, no problem.
So looking outside, you see the storm that was caused by the Emperor's volcano as slow but surely subsiding, and the clear skies are once again can be seen.
There we go. It looks like the air's gonna be breathable soon.
I'm piling. I'm starting to pile all the enemy bodies into the pool.
Alrighty. So
gotta put them somewhere.
Who wants to write down how many corpses you acquired?
I will as soon as I open up that specific file.
Gotcha.
It's a specific file of his chill count.
Material kill count, page 57.
No, it's I call it the D&D item maker directory.
We'll start
just as good.
At the end. We'll start painting outlines of our kills on the boat.
Spoiler alert! You have the most bang ass pool because it's filled to the brim with minotaur, salamanders, and spiders.
Other people bathe in water. Some people bathe in blood. We bathe in corpses.
Exactly.
Into the blood of our enemies.
You know that just makes it sound so fucking metal, and I love it.
You know, in fairness, I've seen things sort of like this before in necromancers' enchanting pits. They generally do this thing where they like gather up all the dead juices and then use them for dark rituals. This pool, considering the plumbing that's going on here, would probably make for one hell of a necromantic altar. Just saying.
I like that idea.
Don't tempt that.
Let's not go into necromancy.
Do not tempt fate.
I mean, isn't healing magic necromancy?
It's a different type, I believe.
Well, yes.
Seems like splitting hairs.
Well, yes, but actually, no.
Okay, the list of enemy body counts is now ready. Do tell how many.
Okay. So you acquired in total 42 minotaurs.
Okay, 42 doors. Okay.
18 salamanders.
18. Okay.
And 7 spiders.
7 spiders. Okay, how much obsidian weapon dust did we get? Sorry.
Just write 117.
117 pounds, kilograms.
No. Items.
Item?
Yes.
Okay. Obsidian fire items.
Alrighty. So yeah.
Okay.
There we go.
After this, I'm not gonna need any fucking anything for making items. I'm serious.
Yeah. And also, about 2 tons of obsidian. That is just basically chunked on the main deck from the shattering. But besides that, yeah, that's all the loot that you acquired: the bodies, the weapons, and of course the obsidian. So yeah,
Lava's the only thing I need. Okay, yes, I know, no more items, but we came there for the lava. We might as well make it look like we came here for the lava.
Well, it's okay. You're okay to like.
This is collecting on the way. That's fine.
Grabbing things is cool as long as it's along the side of the path.
Yeah.
Okay.
No more excursions, but this is literally right here. Help yourself.
The only one really doing excursions right now would be me in a few minutes. I would be going around the group, just telling them that I'll be gone for like a few hours. I'll hope to be back before you guys actually like enter the Black Emperor's lair.
Be quick about it. This ship is kind of quick.
I have a reasonable way of getting back.
Yeah.
That reminds me, I need. Could I ask a favor of you?
Yes.
Do you have any small trinket of yours I could borrow?
Plucky immediately produces a small item that looks sort of like a Rubik's Cube.
Rubrics.
Looks peculiar.
Do you need it to be personal to me?
I mean, this would work out fine. I just need something that belongs to one of you. You'll get it back in a few hours, of course.
Yeah, you better.
Makes teleportation easier.
Okay. He removes a ring that is not the bone ring from his finger.
All right, but if you don't return this, I am gonna bash you. This is the only thing I'll have left.
Oh God. Understood. He will then take both the ring and the Rubik's Cube for now. Take out the scrying mirror that he currently owns. and he'll cast Teleport.
Okay, so you know exactly where's the biggest market in, I'm guessing, Cradle Rocks you're going? Or...
Yep.
So you know exactly...
I'm aiming for the mirror shop.
Yeah. So D100.
D100. Since it's an associated item, it should not make much of a difference.
Yeah. Oh no.
34.
Yeah, you essentially plop almost like 10 feet, almost to the water, but in front of you, like 40 feet in front of you, there's the thing.
Wonderful.
So yeah, give me a list of items so we can quickly go over how much it would cost for you. As for the rest of you, what are you gonna do?
I'm gonna go. I'm gonna go towards this gazebo I have been hearing about, and it's been bothering me.
That I will add is a sentient gazebo that knows how to speak common.
And I have no idea because I haven't actually properly looked at it before. I think I just passed it. Never really.
The gazebo.
Also, as per the spell Awaken, Omnius did not influence it in any way. It is literally just an awoken tree, and you spend the first 30 days as it being awoken for it to determine whether or not it wants to stay like awoken and dealing with you or not. After those 30 days, it chooses whether or not it wants to just fuck off and go back to being a tree.
I'll deny to the tree. We want it. We want something like that.
I just want to add, Omnius had no influence in its mentality whatsoever by virtue of the spell. He simply made it, shaped it into a gazebo, and left.
They want it so druids can come and go on important business.
If they see the fucking thing.
It has a doorway-shaped portal kind of shaped into it in the back, specifically for the transport via plant spell.
Nice.
We need a new druid. Anyways, moving on. I hope the next one's not gonna have bees though. Okay.
It'll be hornets.
Termites. Oh my god. Druid circle of the termites. Now that's terrifying.
Mosquitoes.
I mean, termites can
not
druid for
stopping.
everything. Sorry. Yes. Sorry. Yes, I'm going to the gazebo.
Character.
What do I get? What do I find?
Just a massive fucking gazebo in the middle of where the bed should be.
I'm going towards it because, okay, is this really what Omnius did? Seems really useless.
It just kind of shifts slightly to one side, then to another. Doesn't really. Just kind of.
Wait, did I actually? Do I see it moving?
Like slightly, not super, but like slightly.
I cautiously approach it. Hey, you fucking alive?
There's no response.
Hello?
There's no response. And you realize that maybe the shakiness, the movement was actually like the bow just moving and you just like...
I kind of poked the, like tapped the tree, like knocking on the door. Just checking if it's actually my imagination.
It's perfectly still like a tree.
You know, I'm starting to think I should burn this because Omnius made it.
I actually look around saying that.
Plucky, are you in the same room as the tree and Ron?
I was wondering about that because... so, did Lecter teleport away yet?
Yeah.
Okay. Then I will... what did Ken do?
Looked at a meme.
Okay. And Revan, what did you do? This is all relevant to what Plucky does.
After having that conversation, I was pretty much, for piling corpses, like, I went down to, because I hadn't really had a proper look around the ship, so I'm going to check the hold and see what we've got cargo-wise.
He's just looking around.
Right? Okay, Plucky wouldn't find that overly interesting. Ken's just sort of staring off into nothingness, thinking about things.
back, you're ready to go and just have some talk with Lena about some unimportant things.
Oh, definitely not interesting. So yeah, Plucky is like right behind Rog, and as soon as Rog says, maybe I should burn that thing, Plucky goes, oh, the like hell you're gonna burn Bertram!
Fuck, stop doing that! Seriously,
stop doing what? Oh, sneaking up on people? Sorry, that's kind of what I do.
Fair enough. Wait, did you just call in a name?
Yeah, it's Bertram.
You see Plucky when Rog looks at you. You see the actual movement of the tree, and as soon as it turns back, it's just like still, like it does, like it's.
Yeah, like it's hiding from me. Like every time I look at it, it's still.
Yes.
Plucky notices that and giggles a little bit, but then he's like, "Oh, okay, I get it. Yeah, no, so that's Bertram. He's my favorite tree. He's actually really nice. You should chat with him sometime. Just hang out. He's a cool guy. Or girl.
Okay.
Actually, I haven't asked that.
Okay,
I actually don't
okay.
know if its name's Bertram. I just kind of named it Bertram, but it didn't seem to argue.
Is Bertram an awakened tree?
Well, I don't exactly know what you mean by awakened, but he's a pretty cool person. He's great for conversations. He's very philosophical.
Okay, I'll take that as a yes. Oh boy. Alrighty then.
He asked me what the meaning of life was once. I talked for like 2 hours. I kind of think he stopped listening, but he might not have.
I'm gonna have to try this anyways.
Just a second. Oh, I got 2 of them. Cool. Okay. Mom just came in with a dragon fruit. Okay. Whew.
Nice.
So, I turned back at the tree wall, basically.
Bertram, I have a few questions for you. If you can understand me or are willing to talk. I need to know. What do you know of Omnius? The one I suspect planted you. What is it that you know?
Oh, was he the mechanical bee guy? We talked about him for like 2 hours. Apparently he was kind of an asshole.
Well, he was more of an asshole in the end. More emotional once he got an electric shock. Yeah, wait a minute. Okay. You seem to know more than you appear to let on, so what can you tell me, Plucky, about that hunk of junk that turned on us?
Well, I mean, the first time I met him was he was just kind of this rotting hunk of metal in a field. We took him on because we needed a beehive because we had a druid who really wanted to turn our floating airship into a flying garden. That was a whole interesting experience. I mean, it kind of worked out for a little while, but then I kind of stole the airship and found a big red button and pressed the big red button, and then everything got real sparkly, and then it was falling out of the sky and it was on fire. And then I found you guys again a little bit later, and he was running around with you, but he clearly wasn't all right. Like, I don't know how you guys didn't see it, but when we met in, what was the name of that weird-looking tavern? It was the tavern with the Inquisitor guy who took my dagger for a little while. I don't know how you guys didn't see, but that guy was really an asshole then. He was already plotting against you. He was clear as day. He didn't want to talk with you. He was being standoffish. He was always doing his own different thing. Like, you guys really didn't pay a whole lot of attention to him, did you?
Honestly, I think we didn't, because at the time I think we were just, oh, you want to come along? Sure, why not? I think it was really that problem. We didn't really ask questions. I mean,
It's one of those things that you learn when you live a life where everybody basically either beats the shit out of you or tries to put you in jail. You don't really trust anybody, and you really kind of look at people. I didn't trust him for a second. That's kind of why I tried to leave him alone, went and talked with the basement guy. I honestly trusted the basement guy more than I trusted that weird robot. Speaking of Splinter, did Splinters ever go hunting with him? He was trying to get him to go.
I am not sure. You should ask. When you mean Splinters, you mean Lecter, right? The robot?
Yeah, the wooden robot guy.
Okay, so I'll have no idea on that. But is there anything else that you know? Like,
I know a lot of things.
Like, look. Recently, that metal hunk of junk had made an impression to annihilate an entire kingdom in a few loved places.
Oh yeah, he blew up my favorite bar stool. I kind of wanted to kill that guy, but then I found out you guys already did, so I guess
now,
that's
I want to know. do you know anything about a very weird, multi-handed, shadowy thing that he was working with?
Nope, that doesn't sound familiar. I know a lot about red hands, though.
All right. You know, if you had any magic or stuff, I would love to go back to that spot where I actually bashed the thing into the ground, but Lecter's gone for now.
Oh, I have all kinds of magic.
Can you
Last time I
teleport?
checked, I had 9 wish spells left.
That's interesting. Is there a way that you can, without using too much of your stuff, get us over there?
Oh no, I'm not. I used to have a teleporty crossbow, but it could only really go so far. I don't know what happened to that though. I lost it.
Okay.
I can disintegrate things.
Okay. That's an interesting one. Well, thanks. Yeah, I think I'm gonna have to talk with the Splinters, as you call them, to actually go check that mess out. I think we forgot something.
Talking about splinters, how's the shopping going along?
Actually, getting into it was very easy. What's it called? Same with the trading diamonds for rubies, but of course, one additional diamond for as a cost. But overall, everything except for the 4 wands, it's gonna take a while. But they said they can get you 2 additional ones in like 10 to 20 minutes. So
my house smells like burning. I'll be right back.
Gas is no bueno.
Yeah. So yeah, you're gonna get all your items in like 20 minutes.
Okay.
Oh yeah. Also, you just realized Cradle Rocks is doing alright. It's not like destroyed or anything.
Yeah, maybe I should have checked that beforehand.
Yeah, you kind of like realized you talked about it, and apparently, a floating city called Taranok came in and cleansed the place.
Oh, very nice. I guess that's just like gossip I'm picking up.
Yeah, essentially.
Okay, cool. Yeah. Very nice. In that case, just waiting for all of this stuff, and afterwards I would be teleporting back using the ring Raw gave me.
E100.
$17.
Yeah. So, having discussion. So Rock, you're having. Oh God, Rock is not here. So while Rock is gonna go,
Having a discussion with Tucky.
Yeah, Ken, I got what you do. Revan, you gonna want to do anything while everybody's doing? Cause.
Well, Isaiah was checking the inventory of the ship, seeing if there was anything that they didn't know about that was on the ship. As in, like, any crates we've got that's very specific or have unique symbols on them.
No, everything is very clear, and the only like actual like used up places.
I'm back.
Like, the tavern, quote unquote, marked, which is like a nice restaurant area type of deal, and the kitchen, and besides that, everything is just kind of empty. Like we're talking pure empty. So, Rog, as you finish the talk about splinters and start to walk off immediately, like 2 feet in front of you, just fucking plop comes Electro via teleportation. Yeah.
For fuck's sake! Can you people stop sneaking up on me?
I'll just hand you the ring back. Thank you, by the way.
Yeah,
Also,
Put it back.
where's Plucky? Where's Plucky? Ah, there he is.
Oh, hey, Splinters.
Hi.
Good shopping?
Oh, yeah.
Lecter, I was, I'll let you talk before I do.
I'm gonna be busy in a few minutes. If there's anything right now, feel free to go ahead.
I mean, I would have loved to go back to the spot where we fought Omnius. Well, technically I fought, but I have to think. You
About
know,
what?
he took over the Grove, didn't he? He took over the Victor's Grove. Do you think there'd be something over there?
Might be.
Take me once we can go. Please.
I like the idea. I mean, we can get a look right now without going there, which is going to be a bit easier. If it's really important, we can go there directly. Otherwise, I would say...
I just feel
with
like
the
there's
next...
something.
We're not going to stay at the Bastard for long. You got what you needed, and depending on what this... I'm holding up a bag of holding. What this brings me, this will change how our path continues forward.
By the way, do you know how to carry lava?
I'm sorry, I don't.
Actually, you know what? I'm gonna go
At least
find
not in a liquid
Kalia.
state.
I'm gonna find Kalia to see if she knows how to carry lava, or if there's anything that could carry lava.
Yeah.
You have keen mind. There's a 75,000 gold line of credit in Cradle Rocks.
Yeah. For fuck's sake. Like I said, you should be the wizard. This is something... Like, I know of the contract, I don't know if it's resolved, so... Since this is actually quite an interesting point, I would scry on it. Simply because it's easier than actually teleporting there.
Scry on what exactly?
The place known as
Victor's Grove
to us.
Okay.
You can scry on places. In which case you get like a camera view.
Yeah. So, where exactly outside, where the burn husk was, or are you going for the...
Standing in the entrance.
Okay. So, standing in the entrance. Okay. So, okay, what do you need to roll? Or I need to roll?
If I recall correctly, in the case of places... I don't think there's a saving throw at all in case of places unless they are sentient.
The target must make a wisdom saving throw.
Oh, so no target. So...
Yeah, not really.
Yeah, so basically what you get is the entrance of to the Victor's Grove, and what you basically see immediately is a bunch of small, tiny critters that have been like fully mutated and infested by the corruption. Which one? Victor, Zagratis, Omnius. There's plenty of small critters, like that big ass squirrel.
Wait, is that thing still alive?
Yes, it is alive.
Oh god.
Omnius did not kill it.
So much about that. Well, that's unsettling. Other than that, there's nothing in my view right now, right?
Yeah, it's basically just everything looks nice until you look at the ground and you just see the fucking abominations.
You know, I think the only thing that would scare Lecter is either a giant beaver or a giant woodchuck.
Or a wood chipper.
Woodpecker.
I'm guessing you didn't... Well, you saw my message.
Yeah. But yeah, you do... If I remember correctly, the scrying is just basically a static image, right?
No, it's like a webcam.
Yeah, but it's like a single place. You can't move it, right?
Yeah. I would need to recast the spell to do it twice.
Instead of targeting a creature, you can choose a location you have seen before.
Yeah, but like you cannot move it,
so the location and doesn't move.
Yeah, so yeah, I know exactly what you're on, Crom, but you said that you not.
No, I dig it.
Yeah. So, but yeah, you do see the familiar footprints of your companion on the ground as well. You see human or elvish footprints as well. And besides that, there's just darkness in the cave. Well, I mean, you can see everything up to a corner, but besides the corner, there's just darkness.
Do I waste another 10 minutes? Do I waste another 10 minutes to look around the corner, or do I use it to make something a lot more fun? How long will it take until we reach an area where we can access the bastard?
I mean, essentially, you are kind of like a good mile away from the volcano. And the only reason why I didn't want to go out because of the air. And the air is mostly just like it used to be. there's some ash on the bench, and there's like still a bit of dark clouds in the sky that have not stopped, but yeah, it's pretty clear. It's pretty good, and 1 mile away essentially.
Fuck it, I'll take the half hour. I guess I'll be spending another 10 minutes to look around the corner.
Alrighty. So
repositioning my scrying sensor to look around, like
inside.
Going inside, looking into the darkness.
Yeah.
Which counts as recasting the spell.
Well, what you basically see is a lot of scales, a lot of meat,
Fuck.
a lot of ivory.
Fuck you.
And the meat still looks like it's just been freshly cut, even though it's been like weeks.
Son of a bitch.
I'm so happy.
Yeah.
It's
fuck
all
you.
It's all placed by the altar where it once used to be a bunch of sacrificed humans.
Yes, he stole from all of you.
That bitch!
Lecter currently only has one functioning eye, but that one eye is twitching. Which is funny, because normally he used to do that with the other eye, which doesn't work anymore, so...
It just starts burning.
Your eye's twitching a bit. Is there something wrong with it? As I walk up.
I just learned of a fascinating scam. But that will be something to deal with in a bit. Based on what's sitting in the entrance, I don't think anyone is approaching that anytime soon. Let's get this shit over with, and then just figure out how to continue from there.
So,
and as to what we're going to do with that,
pretty sure you're gonna need just Rog to clear the way.
Yeah.
And
there's
very low health.
Combat.
There's one last spell I'm casting, which is going to take another 10 minutes. Fuck my life. Like, I'm wasting everybody's time right now. Sorry. I'm taking the 4 new marble pillars and I'm just placing them in the air, and they just stay in the air, like pretty much around me while I'm sitting like in front of the tree. I'm laying out all of the incense. I start like all of the incense parts. Start burning them. So I'm literally sitting in like a smoke circle right now. And I will call out the name of the 6-armed dark entity using legend lore.
Oh boy.
Wonderful.
Roll me an intelligence saving throw.
Oh, good. Lecter's a wizard.
Oh my
27.
god. Oh my god. Oh.
Let me guess, he just barely made it?
Yes.
Of course he did.
Hey, this is something special. So, let's see. Give me a second. So, who? Just a quick question. Who's next to you? Like
Ravon.
Yeah, Ravon, maybe Plucky's nearby.
Yeah.
I'd say I was nearby because I was like, what's he up to?
So, as soon as you finish the cast, immediately you feel an intense pain at the back of your skull, even though you don't have any blood, you don't have any organs. You feel like your insides are getting squished. You concentrate hard enough, not letting go of the concentration, and all of a sudden, your mind wanders as you blink once and you find yourself in a burning forest.
Okay,
give me a second.
Direct panic.
Yeah. The forest fire just started as it's catching out of nowhere. In front of you, like a good half mile, there's just a massive black smoke cauldron, and you're feeling lost, confused, and you start to hear a cry of a child. No, like a small kid, maybe 7, 8 years old, crying, whimpering.
Okay, I'll stop.
Yeah.
So Rog, okay. No. Looking around, like in the smoke, I'm not seeing anybody, right?
Yeah. But beyond the smoke, into the fire, towards the
Wild race.
an echo bellows. So.
I didn't hear shit, by the way.
Oh. Well.
No, what someone else just said.
Whatever. It was Rog.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So. That's me. I asked what the race of the child was.
Not like we would know, like...
I mean, so far, race has played a part for some reason.
Like, what?
It wouldn't sound like robotic, would it?
No, it doesn't sound... It sounds like a small girl crying out, echoing through the burning forest.
Okay.
So.
I will try something easy. If I find the spell, that is. Fuck. Wrong description. Having an incredibly long spell list also has disadvantage. Disadvantages.
Oh no, I'm too good. Help.
I love that all of you joking around, but I wait until to see what Lecter covers up or uncovers.
I mean, it's not like the joking's gonna stop.
I believe.
Okay. So, I will be casting a spell that I've never used before. Locate creature. Creature type humanoid.
Humanoid. You sense one creature maybe 600 feet in front of you in the burning forest. Additionally, you sense another creature about 1,500 feet away that is slowly closing in the other humanoid.
What did he target to look at?
Humanoid.
Okay.
Yeah.
I think the mission's clear. Save the child.
Yeah, I'll be starting to move in the direction.
So, as you start to move, you realize that the fire does not affect you. The fire does not affect you. The wood that is collapsing, the smoldering earth does not affect you. While you pass through anything, it's like an illusion, a mirage. Anything you do, it's just basically that. But you hear a voice echo in your head. A familiar voice of the entity that you seek after, but a different, more calmer, more proud. And it says, it wasn't supposed to happen. As you go a bit closer, this thing, this tragedy is not supposed to happen. As you move a bit closer, the familiar cry becomes louder and louder as you feel closer, as the other entity closes in, slower than you, but in a brisk pace. You hear a familiar voice in your head again. It was a simple act of rebellion that cost us everything. You move in a bit closer. You see through the ash and smog, coughing up and barely able to cry, is a young elven girl clutching what appears to be some sort of doll that has been fully burned to the crisp, herself scalded and wounded. You hear a familiar whisper. How did it all go wrong? Everything was in place. a precaution for the worst scenario, but we caused the worst scenario. What are you gonna do with the girl as you approach? You see a young...
Does she react to my presence at all?
At this moment, she doesn't seem to be doing a lot of crime, more or less breathing, as you realize that you're in the middle of like a just smoke.
Oh god, can I somehow... Okay. I'll be casting 2 different... Okay, this is kind of weird. No, actually it works out. I'll be casting a 1st level Cure Wounds to at least try to make it somehow better. And if I have the time for it, I will start casting Hallucinatory Terrain, trying to clear up the area around us to at least calm her down.
As you cast Hallucinatory Terrain, immediately the whole smoke starts to vanish, even though you didn't specify anything, but just starts to just dissipate. And like 20-40 feet in front of you, beyond the child, you just see a massive black pit that is just covered in ash and just nothingness but darkness. You hear a familiar whisper. She was just a girl, nothing more, nothing else, in the middle of a burning scar. There was no way how she could have survived this, let alone live through this. Another... Oh god.
That's fire SFX.
You see that you're healing, despite not rolling. You see that she starts to breathe normally, even though covered in soot and licked by flame.
The fuck is that?
Revan. Revan, good? So.
Sorry, was my microphone doing
yes.
something?
Yeah.
Sorry.
As the entity is maybe 300 feet away from you, and is maybe like 50 feet above you, you hear another whisper. A child that just lost her home and lost everything that she knew of her world for me to adopt, to care for her as if my own daughter. As you see a 6'8", tall, slender, young looking elf, similar hair as Xana, but has this nice streaks of blonde and ashy hair. As she does not even see you, like does not even acknowledge you, but goes to the child and picks her up after seeing that she's still alive.
Okay.
Little did I know that in reality, the creation saved its creator. It's for eventually the creator to save its creation. As you see, the individual looks at you and everything fades to black as you collapse face forward. And all of you just see fucking Lictor just fucking face plant immediately.
Yeah, just straight
on the deck.
You okay?
So, what the fuck was that? Wait a second. Transcript in chat. Well, that's interesting.
Accurate.
Ouch. I'm pretty sure that thing's somehow linked to the... fuck, what is it called? I would most likely know that in character. The burning scar on the continent of Dor.
Yeah, maybe.
It had like a special name.
The Scorched Line.
Scorched Line, thank you. I'm pretty sure that thing's somehow linked to the Scorched Line. Well... honestly, that's pretty far out of our official contract zone, but if it's worth something like this, might as well travel a bit further. Guess we have a goal once we get back. Lecter would then be standing up, gathering what's left, like, of course, cleaning up after the ritual. And then just, well...
You look at one of your hands, like your right hand, and you see between like the connecting joints to your fingers, you see just slight amounts of ash. And for a moment you don't know if it's actually the ash from what you just witnessed or from the encounter with a dragon.
I'm just looking at it, trying to wipe it away with my other hand. That hand is still, what's it called? Infected, right?
Yep.
Definitely have to find out what the hell happened with this. Like, just opening and closing my hand over and over again. Ravon?
Yes?
Holding up the arm. This isn't something that happened to you before, right? My arm currently being covered in platinum scales.
Not happened to me. I don't follow Bahamut.
Then why do you carry a religious insignia of him? In the form of a pretty valuable artifact in that specifically.
It's a long story involving an assassination contract. And a corrupt dwarven lord.
Okay. We definitely have to get around to at least talk
I'd rather
about
not go into detail about it. Let's just say that I had one too many drinks. One too many spiked drinks.
Okay, so do I have a bucket to carry the lava in? And also, how close are we to that volcano?
We can leave at any time.
Yeah, essentially, yes, you can leave.
So at this point, Gandalf comes around, it's like, alright, I've done what I can. Yeah, bloke's ready to blow the popsicle stand and go meet our good old emperor. Buddy.
Are you drunk? I did not comprehend any of that. And also, did you say Gandalf came in?
No, I did. Kendalf is his actual
name. Kendalf. Okay, I heard Gandalf. I was like,
Kendalf.
What? Since when?
Okay, I have returned at the turn of the tide.
A wizard is never late. He appears when he needs to.
Okay, anyways, moving on.
I'm looking for something and I can't find it, for fuck's sake.
But Araxis, did Kalia gave me the idea for a bucket to carry the lava in? Like a very big container? I'll be damned if I don't get some lava out of this at the end. Well, I mean, it's not the most important thing, but...
You might want to ask permission first before you just go scooping buckets of lava. That's probably a good idea. If it comes up.
He he assumed that we came here for the lava and the volcano. That was his first assumption. He literally told us. But that doesn't mean I'm not going to apologize on the way. And, you know, as we have that political conversation.
Speaking of, it's time to go have a conversation.
Indeed.
Please tell me Quirk has more charisma than Rog.
You mean Plucky? Plucky is incredibly charismatic.
Very nice.
I have 15 persuasion. What about you?
I have a 16 persuasion and a 16 deception.
I love it. Do it.
Hell yeah.
So
finally somebody more charismatic.
Is guidance a subtle spell?
Also, I've got the rogue reliable talent, so I can't roll lower than a 10.
Hell yeah.
Wonderful. So that's
okay.
that's a guaranteed 26.
Peak diplomat.
Also, by the way, I'm still very low on health.
What?
I'm still very low on health.
Well, you stay here on the boat and relax in luxury. Hang out with Zan for a bit, maybe hit the bar. We're gonna go talk with the angry dragon in a volcano. It'll be great.
I should probably join you because I'm the one who broke the peace in the first place.
But also healing and not wanting to take you in there half dead.
Let's see, what should I do to heal myself? And I'll just use a 3rd level slot for healing.
I literally don't have any healing potions as far as I'm seeing here.
I have cure wounds.
Okay, roll healing.
Where's dice roller? Wait a minute. I'm trying to remember, it was 3d8 plus 3.
Okay, you're healed for 11. Back to good old 42. What's the meaning of life? Yeah.
And now just missing 100 health.
So yeah.
Hey, you're not on death's door, but you're close.
So is anybody making your way towards? So who's making? Who's going? And is anybody?
Everybody but Lecter.
Okay. What is Lecter gonna
Why
do?
would I? Why would I not?
Legend loring, and you're writing everything. You're gonna stay here. And you're gonna legend lore on this dagger, and you're gonna legend.
What the fuck? Wait,
he hands you a goofy-looking dagger that looks like it's made out of blood. You're gonna legend lore on that. You're gonna find something that you have that was related to Omnius. You're gonna legend lore on that, and you're gonna try to look into whatever the shadow being thing is that you guys are concerned about. And then, Zvita! Oh, Zvita! Come here, Zvita!
Plucky.
She's in the bar, but like after like half a minute, she like comes back and she has like a tourniquet that the new Dunkirkians made for her. And she's like just casual, just walks up. It's like gives you a wave. I thought I heard my name.
Oh, hey, Zvita. So, real quick, I got a question for you. Can I get a little tiny drop of your blood? Or like an item that you're wearing, or like something that you like.
Blood alcohol content is like.
She
making
kind of
everybody custom items. It's part of a whole. So like, if you heard of voodoo dolls, it's not at all related to the voodoo part, but I'm kind of making the doll thing.
So what she basically does is she like literally like gets the tourniquet off and like opens one of the like stitches and a bunch of blood starts pouring out.
I take one of the bottles I literally just got, hold it under there, take out my finger and just write Zvita.
Oh, this is great! I'm gonna use that to dye a little cape that goes on it. It's gonna look awesome.
What? Why do you need my blood?
Well, like I said, I'm gonna make a. So you know, voodoo dolls, less of the voodoo and more of the doll. And I'm perfectly willing to roll a deception check for this.
Roll me a deception.
I'm just looking at it and going, it's like, are they
so
serious?
That's a 26.
Are they serious?
Okay.
Isn't.
Why not?
So there's something seriously wrong with you.
Maybe.
That's a 26 on deception to anybody who tries to look through it. So if you want to look otherwise, roll an insight.
I was saying that to Plucky anyway. The seriously wrong with you.
If you doubt him in any way, roll an insight against that.
So
DM, you too.
Oh no. She does not even gonna try.
Nope.
She doesn't give a shit. Like, you ask for blood, she literally just removed the tourniquet, the fucking tourniquet, and just like fucking let you just get it like a. Like, she does not give a shit.
While Rog is passing by, anybody gonna just put a patch on her? She's bleeding again, a lot. We just cleaned the
Stitching
floor.
that up with a first level spell.
Yeah, it stitches back up. It's like, yeah. And she kind of puts it like back again, and tourniquet's like,
Oh, awesome! This doll's gonna look so great. Splinters, I'm still working on getting a piece of wood for you, though.
Wait, like off me?
No, off you. Just something that looks like the same wood grain, you know?
Oh,
Not exactly sure what she made you out of, but it's got a good grain pattern in it.
Honestly, I don't know either, but once she's alive again, we may be able to figure out.
Wait, she's dead?
She's not dead, but she's not quite alive either.
Well, that's not a relief.
Basically, for some reason, her soul has left her body and is currently unwilling to go back. It's maybe linked to that six-armed thing.
Oh, well then, yeah, so find something of Omnius's and use that to look into that, and then that. So you do that, the rest of us, allons-y to the volcano!
Right before I leave, I'd like to know. So, I told Leda to look out for a signal just in case things go south over here to stop the boat from moving. If you feel it moving, things have gone south, then we need, and you, since you're staying here, you need to make sure that you get as far away as possible, because you held all the information as to what I'm understanding.
Of course.
See you on the other side, and then I leave.
One last thing to Plucky. Just a quick question. Are you feeling alright?
Yeah, I'm feeling fine. What do you mean?
You've been behaving in a slightly unusual way today.
So his voice, hint, hint, nudge, nudge.
Yeah, of course.
I don't know what you're talking about. I feel completely fine.
Oh my god, he was serious.
Poor.
Yeah.
He found the stash of drugs on the ship.
Wait, what stash of drugs?
We had drugs?
I'm joking, of course.
Well, it fits for the
It's a
ship
drug
now that
lord
we think
ship.
about it.
That's
Anyway,
Tarrant's
go ahead. That's your stuff to deal with. If you say you're fine, I guess you are. Still keeping an eye out.
You adults have certainly been acting a little bit weird lately, and I'm not entirely sure that you're making a lot of sense. So somebody around here needs to be ready to get you in shape.
I tap Plucky on the back to see if I can change it back. Change it back. It's weird. Okay, there we go. Ooh. For a second,
Oh, look, a tile.
It's like his balls descended for a moment.
His balls? Did I hear his balls?
That's it. It's like his balls descended for a moment.
Okay. Don't you just mean his balls dropped?
That's what I meant.
Yeah, but the saying goes better like this.
Yes.
Anyway.
Why is everybody looking at me weird? Anyway, we gotta go to a volcano.
It's not just about to say that.
Yeah, let's fucking go. But, Araxis, sorry to annoy you again, but narrative like for context, did I get a container to collect lava from with Kalia's help?
huh?
Oh my god.
Do we have?
Did he get a container for which you can put like a crucible to put the lava
yes.
Okay. I just needed the narrative of that because I'm not just gonna take it with my bare hands even though I could.
I mean, no, like literally, for a forge to hold immense heat, you need like a container, and you basically get like she clears the forge and just gives you the this black cauldron that is cold to the touch and says, "Don't trip with it while it's full."
Oh well.
I would half expect he just goes up there with a straw and starts drinking the lava.
Also,
honestly, with how my
graphite crucible, because if you just dump that cold into lava, it's gonna shatter. But moving on.
Okay, please don't do that voice again. It's freaking me out.
What are you talking about? What voice?
He shakes his head.
All right, let's get this
So,
over
Eric,
with.
did I make this particular item that I talked to you about?
What item is that? Oh, the thing.
Yeah, the other thing. Made from specific material.
Oh. Shh.
Yes.
Did. Which boat?
The one we're on right now.
Ish. I mean, you could, but let's be honest, it was made here. So.
So
It's
when
not
are we
so much the realm; it's the destination.
Oh, fair.
I'm
Yes,
not liking
yes,
the
yes,
context.
yes.
I am not
Okay,
liking
that's made. That's made. Yeah, yeah,
Yeah, I'm not going to go to there because there's no magic there from where it was actually.
yeah. Okay, yeah.
originally.
I'm now feeling very worried.
Don't worry,
You
he
know-
might just save your asses one day. Who knows?
You know,
Well, I mean, we tried that, but then we had an epic barbarian moment, to be completely honest.
Okay,
But
let's
yeah.
not bring that one back up.
okay. So is everybody gonna go towards the bastard then? That's
Everyone
Yes.
except Lit, apparently.
okay.
Yeah, I've been pretty much quarantined by
Oh,
Plucky.
Lecter, just before we go, I don't know where you put them, but can we get those vials of fire
Oh,
resistance?
of course.
Also, I think it's a good idea to leave Lecter here because he's made of wood and would burst into flames almost instantly.
It depends. If you drink those, it should be at least a little bit better. Funnily enough, because of a form of coma, it's a weird story. I've only been partially in there myself. You guys had far more experience than that.
So
I'll leave it to you guys. Reaching into one of the bags of holding, pulling out the potions.
yeah.
Thank you.
So everybody's going to. Okay. So question: any NPCs? Nobody.
Okay, who
Any
wants
of
to
them
go
that
on
want to join?
Nobody's
I
gonna.
think we should keep it small, just
Yeah.
in case.
Waste more potions than absolutely necessary.
Yeah.
For example,
Well,
Lena
none of
definitely needs to stay there.
All of you stay here on the damn boat. We don't need
Okay.
any.
No. I'm saying
Lena's
not.
keeping an eye out for a potential
Yeah.
steal.
Yeah.
Looking at the little chihuahua,
what-
keeping everybody out.
Yeah, when I say that, I mean like you bring in. They don't want to go wherever you want to go at this point, because. But if you're gonna ask, they're not gonna be like, no, fuck off. Like no, like. But okay, so all of you go into the volcano, and before we go on the journey in the volcano for the rest of you, Lecter. So what you gonna do? You gonna legend lore finally?
Hmm. Yeah, now that I have the fucking resources, I might as well use them.
What are you gonna use it on?
Again, positioning the 4 marble pillars in the air. This time I'm positioning a 5th object in front of me that's also going to float in the air, which is going to be the apparently Red Hand's dagger. Legend lore on that thing. Also having it float in the air in front of me, and off we fucking go.
Okay.
You know, you should probably get somebody to buff your saving throws with you.
So
My saving throw intelligence is plus
oh, geez,
12.
if only we had some sort of bard, you know.
intelligent saving pro again.
Oh no.
Hey,
I mean, you
what-
can still fail, Lecter. That's the thing. That's why I'm saying.
Ooh, sheesh.
Jesus.
So
We're getting organized.
the blade of what is it exactly? I forgot the exact name. Porcino.
The Soul Biter Dagger.
Yeah, the Soul Biter dagger was made from and forged by Edzator, the god of trickery, an abyssal fiend that masquerades as a celestial. Its feats, its blessings and curses are many, and despite what you're hearing now, I really fucking hate you. And once I find you, I'm gonna rip your wooden head off your wooden shoulders, and I'm gonna burn that precious little ship that you have. Yes, you pile of wooden ship monk shit. I'm talking to you directly. Once I'm
right.
finished regenerating the hand, oh, you're gonna be in so much trouble.
So that was in fact actually your hand.
There's no more response.
Just call him out.
I think I just pitched.
You should also mention that we're off to that the rest of us are off to go fuck him over even more.
You know, I almost.
I'm not saying shit. I'm not saying shit because if he appears right now, you're stuck between Red Hands and the Black Emperor.
I mean, we could just throw Red Hand at the Black Emperor around.
You're still going to be caught in the collateral.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I'm not saying shit right now.
So that's for one part. So what else?
You
want to
might as well. Huh?
You want to shit talk some more?
Not yet. I'm giving him a few moments to breathe. Though I am thinking about actually just casting some spells on the blade, not in the sense that it I'm destroying it, but just annoying him some shit like heat metal or something.
If he's focusing on it, that's just too psychic.
If he can still feel it.
That's not.
Yeah.
Too,
Also, I'm currently
about it.
alone, which is kind of bad, so I'm leaving that.
Uh-huh.
And the other thing I'm pulling out, all of the bees detonated, right?
Yes.
So
Which should have been a thing that hurt all of you, but meh.
Yeah, good point. I'm trying to remember right now if I fucking still have anything of Omnis or if I have to do it blindly. I guess I'm going to do it blindly. So no support item, keeping up the constellation because I didn't break just now again.
Look around in the bag of holding. Is there any honey left?
Not in mine.
I mean, look at the bottom of the other ship.
Ooh.
Wasn't there a barrel of honey at some point?
No, there was actually a full-out hive.
Yeah.
Might as well do that. So just standing up from there. Can I, for the joke of it, just say that? Actually, ignore that. Ignore that. So standing up, grabbing the pillars out of midair, and I'm going to make my way over to the other ship. Since we're parked right now, more or less.
Yeah.
Is there some kind of bridge, or should I just make my way over there?
I mean,
door enough.
They're close enough when standstill, so you can literally just climb in and out. So yeah.
Okay. Going on the deck, checking out what's up.
So you're gonna there's remember that little encased hive that the Omnis did? It's still there.
Okay.
Yeah. So
He evacuated it of bees before he detonated.
Yeah. So I guess I'm going to cast my next Legend Lore in front of that. Targeting HKS 14.
HKS 14.
Honestly, though,
who's gonna talk?
I like the idea.
Don't worry.
One last thing. One last thing before the spell actually happens. I would send a message to Plucky. I guess actually performing the spell didn't take too long. While they are still on the way, depending on the distance, I'm either going to use message or sending. That's your call. Sending. Okay.
Sending is
So
more
one
range.
more. Yeah, of course. So I'm going to send cast sending, informing Plucky that apparently Red Hands is pissed at me, and that I apparently, in fact, actually did destroy their hand. So.
Well,
Bringing up the question again, why the fuck did you have his hand?
Well, I knew that was his hand. I got it in a bar fight. Of course I knew it was his. Do you want me to do something about it?
Wait, you got in a bar fight with him?
I'm casting I'm casting sending again just to ask that question. You had a bar fight with Red Hands.
Well, in a manner of speaking, he got into a bar fight with some of the patrons at Rumble Home, and they cut his hand off, and then I kept it. It was great. It was a hell of a fight.
But I don't think the rest of it comes through because sending.
Wow.
Okay.
Rumble Home
Danger. You wanted him to do anything about it, though.
Oh, the heat of this volcano is intense.
Oh, stop your complaining. We're gonna have much harder.
I look at the rest of the group.
Apparently Lecter's in trouble.
Oh no, do we have to go back?
I don't necessarily know if we have to go back, but Red Hands is really mad at him.
I mean, if he's mad, I guess he's gonna come at us at some point. But let's at least get this shit out of the way before, pissing him off so he comes over here and we can beat his ass.
But if you think about it, even pointing that out, it fuels the fire that we're tending to light.
I mean, what else are we gonna do? Let's just start with the Black Emperor first.
Yes, we've made it abundantly clear that we don't like him as much, or you guys don't like him as much as the Black Emperor. And if we also point out that we may have also pissed the guy off, then that's going to add more credibility to our claim.
I mean, we could set up an elaborate trap, but I don't know how a trickster would be tricked.
If his ego is as big as you say, then it would be fairly easy.
I look at Plucky. What do you think? What are the odds of us actually trapping this fucker?
Well, I kind of feel like we had a chance before we had a piece of his physical body that was then disintegrated. Might have had a better chance then. Now, well, he's probably just going to come at us from nowhere again, and we're not going to see it coming unless we're really smart.
I mean,
we'll fall for another one of his traps. That's generally how it works. I can't tell you the number of times I've fallen for his bullshit.
Now I really want to use get the wish thing, but really,
So,
I don't know.
You say that?
No, I don't.
So, Elector, do you need to roll anything for legend lore specifically against an individual?
That person. Wait, actually, I don't think so.
No, you just learn about the object. Scrying, there would have to be a roll.
Fair.
Yeah.
So
I just learned shit.
HKS 14. The line of anti-mage hunters were produced in tens, if not hundreds of thousands of units across the Empire to locate and hunt any distance that would defy the Empire's will. But eventually something horrible went wrong and this individual unit was left abandoned in a desolate planet, which eventually, as time went on, grew in the luscious forest world until eventually it died again, until eventually it found itself into another place in a desolate plains where he was picked up and his personality changed forever. Then he came to another plane and then he had to make a choice. Will he be alone or will he be whole? He chose to be whole, but now he is alone.
Okay.
That's the dumbest story I've ever. No, I'm just kidding.
I mean, he's not wrong. A line of purpose-built mage hunter, what then ended up a place where he shouldn't have been. Made some really bad calls.
Quirk. Well, I mean, not Quirk, Gluttony. What would have happened if instead of saying, hey, it's a new party member, we actually acted like our characters should and actually just put Omnius out of his misery? What would have happened then?
Well, can we discuss that afterwards, please?
Yeah.
So, question, but it is a good question.
One more thing you said, Lecter, right? Legend lore, or was that over?
No, yeah, honestly, might as well go ahead. Am I moving back upstairs for that? Sitting here is fine. So, taking out the blood sample as, like, a personal focus. To cast Legend Lore one last time for today.
Oh god.
into Zvida.
Yes, I immediately knew that that's what you're gonna do. Give me a second.
We need information. This is information.
Yeah.
We really, but it's the person that is currently on the boat, and we have all said is creepy as fuck. Do we really want just Lecter there on the same boat?
I mean,
Too late.
She's either not gonna care, or she's gonna be curious about her own past. Maybe she doesn't know. Maybe she, who cares?
I believe.
In the worst case, I can lock myself in some kind of temporary demi-plane.
Are you gonna?
I'm casting the spell.
So. Once a girl thought to be dead and abandoned made a deal with an incredibly powerful abyssal fiend. Raining terror and bloodshed wherever they went, eventually getting sealed by a council of archmagi into a book as a cautionary tale to never trust this individual's lies.
Lovely.
Hell yeah.
This is interesting.
Oh, yeah.
That's not how you do it. This is how you do it.
Oh,
yeah.
Also works. By the way, this information today cost me 750 gold pieces.
Hey!
I mean, you just got a information on a stash worth hundreds of thousands, so like...
Good point. Including roughly, most likely 20 times that value in dragon scales that still lies fucking untouched somewhere in the fucking world.
You know,
also, you got that 75k bill of credit from the individual who purchased the meat. Moving on.
Yeah.
By the way, can't we use that those dragon parts like to further our claim with the yeah.
I'm sure we can do it for all kinds of fun things.
Yeah.
Modify the boat.
Give it back to her father.
That also is not a terrible idea. That could be used as a peace offering.
So
Here's
just keep me
piece of your
updated.
missing
I'm going to
child.
be sitting.
So
I'm going to be sitting on the ship for now.
So yeah, what's happening with you all on the shore? Walking into the volcano. We changed the music finally. Hell yeah. So
Also, do any of you happen to know of any sort of item that might grant some sort of, I don't know, immunity to fire for a little bit? Because we are literally walking into a volcano.
I give Plucky a little tiny potion. There you go.
Hey!
I passed them out.
Yeah,
Alright.
I already added to my inventory.
So
well, I'm gonna take this one. So it's a bit too hot to bear.
You're literally standing in a volcano. Of
so
course it's too hot to bear.
it's like it takes you.
Until
you
it gets worse.
Yeah, Revan, you say it. It gets harder in 10 seconds, and the minute it's getting worse.
Okay, I'm drinking it now.
Yeah. So, walking through the volcano or the outside of it, it's an interesting thing because you're just walking, knowing that you're invited, but is it gonna be treachery or not? As you walk, you don't need to roll anything because it's quite a bit of walk, and you meet plentiful of local wildlife in it, from volcanic vultures to cubs of owl bears that are made of molten lava to the familiar spiderlings. Everybody notices your arrival, even to the point that some of them are actually like standing and just observing you, but they do not act.
Plucky is being super cheerful, super polite, and super childish. Like,
Oh, hello. Oh, I've never seen you before. Oh, you look cool. Oh, hey, how are you doing? Oh, that looks awesome. Hey, hello.
Yeah.
he completely ignores the party trying to
So,
stop him.
so here's the thing.
I'm not stopping him, but I'm asking Plucky one question. So, Plucky, what do you think? Would the biggest volcano here be the house of who we came to apologize to?
Well, I mean, I already know that we're going to go in and apologize to the big angry black dragon, who apparently, well, we killed one of his servants, but I guess you guys killed another one of them. Anyway, don't worry about that. We got that all figured out. That's going to be fine.
Okay.
Yeah, as you walk in, you see a familiar face. Ken. Rog, the giant, 40 feet tall, 40 feet length, molten owlbear, who's like from the distance just roars and looks at you, and you see
I am going to squint at it like, you serious?
You again? Really?
I'm concentrating I'm focusing on that owlbear. I want him to know that I'm looking at him.
That is a very big owlbear.
It's not just an owlbear. It's basically a molten construct, a molten magma that it looks like an owlbear.
Mountain, an owlbear mountain.
Let's just say we didn't, when we first met, we weren't exactly the nicest to him. Just
no,
pay him no mind, please.
I can tell it's giving you the death. I can tell you it's giving you the death stare.
I mean, honestly, I would have loved a rematch, but in this case, I can't really.
Yeah. Not in the
just
wrong
would
voice.
be close to the trust fire and die.
Just pass it by.
Yeah.
I'm just standing, just looking straight ahead.
It's even with fire immunity potions, it's getting hot as you're getting closer to the fucking ship, and you realize you see the familiar minotaurs that you slew, but these ones are decked out with obsidian armor and look a tiny bit larger, but a lot more fucking armored up. As they just stare you down, Rog, and they say nothing.
I don't fucking care if they stare at. They can't intimidate me.
They can when they are by the dozens. As you walk into the volcano.
No, they can't. I'm just saying.
Yeah, I know. You, maybe. The rest of you.
Rog, you really need to keep those kinds of comments to yourself.
I'm not commenting!
Childlike naivety keeps Plucky from being intimidated only because he finds it so fucking cool.
Yeah, it was not in the Rog voice, okay? It was not Rog saying this shit.
Every time Plucky tries to go up and say hi and that, I just pull them back.
Fair.
This is not a good idea. Not a good idea.
Give them some slacking.
A good hour of walking.
We should probably do a child leash for him.
Hey, I've been on a leash before and I did not like it. I do not consent.
Okay, so a good hour, maybe hour and a half, as you make for the whole way, and you just spotted there's hundreds of minotaurs, hundreds of salamanders, hundreds of owlbears that are just wandering. But once you get in a volcano, you get a entirely different picture. As you see, there's hundreds of minotaurs as you walk into the volcano, below in the pits that are maybe 1,000 if not 2,000 feet deep, that you see just active forges and furnaces as the minotaurs are making ornaments, weapons at the bottom. And in front of you, there's no descent, there's nothing, there's just a massive obsidian portal of this volcano that is empty from the inside out, but outside it's leaking of magma.
A little small comment, but Ken was going to say softly to the rest, if we play our cards right, this might be one hell of a powerful ally, that's for sure.
You talk like it's already won.
I hate to say it
first.
Did I miss something? Did I hear the word portal?
Yeah, a large obsidian gate that houses a big ass portal at the end of this walkway into the volcano just stands there.
Obsidian, you say?
Anybody who wants to try to stop Plucky, roll a contested acrobatics check.
Okay.
Gladly.
Let's all roll. Yay!
You said acrobatics?
Mm-hmm.
Nope.
No,
I'm rolling shit today.
12.
I don't think I would ever actually get.
Well, wait, Ken. All right, do you have a better dexterity? I hope you do.
No, I
Well,
don't.
do you want to help somebody? Maybe that'll help. I only have a +9.
Well, everybody did it before me, and I actually do have a higher acrobatics than y'all, but everybody has already rolled.
Wait, can I do athletics instead?
You see acrobatics.
I only heard acrobatics.
Yeah, because even my highest roll is not going to get him.
Athletics could work too. It's a contested grapple check.
Arax, would you allow me to roll with athletics instead?
That would be that would have been that would have been perfectly allowed. I said the wrong thing. Sorry.
Yeah, you can.
Okay, I'm just gonna, check this out.
36. Can he beat 36 though?
I bet he can. He just has to roll really well.
No, he had a +18. Why did you wanna?
Who has a +18?
I have expertise in acrobatics.
Yeah, he has 36.
Oh.
Well,
okay.
So,
fucking rogues.
Plump goes Plucky through the portal. Yeah.
He goes full front into the portal.
And through the portal, you just if you I just need to share this picture. So basically what you no. You plumb for the portal and you plant face first into not like magma flooring, but it's like obsidian chunks and lines of magma in it, and just kind of face plant on the as soon as you enter it, as the portal was slightly above ground. So just lose your yeah.
What the hell? Hello.
Yeah. Okay, so let me check in the memes.
Oh, for the love of, it's a Minecraft portal.
Yeah. In the dice roll, I'm gonna.
It was an obsidian portal.
So what you basically see is you come from the right side in the dice roller.
Creeper.
Yeah, as you basically see to your right, Plucky, a massive stone table decked out with meats, cheeses, and fish. And it's all fully steamy hot. And to the left, you just see a bunch of casks of ale, wine, beer, fire, water on top of each other. And going beyond the tables, you see a throne, and above the throne, on the throne sits a very tall black dragonborn wearing quite an interesting set of armor. And this is Mr. K's second art piece that I commissioned way back when.
Nice.
I stepped through the portal nets and then land on Plutty.
Yeah.
I almost stepped on both of you.
So yeah, there is this
Plucky is
black
scrambling to his feet in the middle of saying hello, and Revan basically tackles him.
Yeah, as this black dragonborn is just chilling on the throne. Above the throne, there's just a massive head of a black dragon, an ancient black dragon, and to your right, from where you look, you see the familiar head or face of an ancient red dragon who screeches at all of you while each one of you steps out.
Is it a fearful? Is it a
no?
Is it
it's anger. It's fucking.
Okay. I was gonna ask if it was
killed
either.
it.
I can definitely understand that form of anger.
Yeah, in theory, we pretty much roasted it with holy light.
Yeah.
Oh, so that's why.
I only stabbed one of its hand pillar thingies, which I still feel like was a construct of magic and not it itself. Anyway.
Yeah.
Hello, Mr. Black Emperor thing. We're a bunch of jackasses who screwed up yesterday or earlier today. We've come to beg your forgiveness. Yeah.
Before
See,
that,
guys, I told you I had this.
I think I should return something.
I'm desperately trying to grab Plutty by the throat to shut him up.
How close are you going to the throat?
Revan,
Try another contested grapple check.
Revan, just let him do his thing.
How close are you gonna go to the thing? Because he says, before we start, I need to return something.
Yeah, let me go ahead.
Any say? Because there's 4 of you, so speak up.
Okay. Do you mind if I ask?
Sure.
And what is it that you must return?
As he manifests a singular spear and chucks it between your legs, Rock. You recognize the spear.
Is it? Did I actually get my harpoons swiped?
No, remember how I said roll damage last session? Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
This is the javelin they threw at the dragon initially, wasn't it?
I grabbed the javelin.
Sorry about that.
Yeah, see, we're off to a great start. People are sorry. We realized we fucked up.
It was my overeagerness that made me throw this javelin. I guess as this new range of power made me blind. And I apologize deeply.
His face unmoves, but his expression changes a bit. So you have come.
Well, that was the general idea, yeah. We worked our way in here both for apologies and then perhaps diplomatic discussions. I don't know if you're open to that just yet, though.
That is to say, perhaps. Allies are a valuable commodity, especially in these hostile waters. I do need to ask, though. What is your claim to the archipelago?
Claim specifically in the case of, like, am I here? Or do I want part of it? Because the answer to those is both no.
Are you referencing to land or any other great powers?
Land or factions controlling particular lands.
I am not one to be in charge of saying this, I believe, but from what I've gathered, we don't have really a faction, and if we do, we also do not own any land. Not currently.
I just recently joined the group and thus don't have any obligations to anyone or any claim to anything.
I think at most we only have connections.
Are these connections stronger than the possible alliance between you, the ragtag group accompanied by a champion on Tempest, and me, one of the great grandchildren of Tiamat herself?
Upon hearing the name Tiamat, I'm like, oh shit.
Out loud?
If you're referencing
to in my head,
Araxis, could you repeat what he said? Because of the people, I just lost my train of thought. Sorry.
Between a ragtag group, like, are your connections strong enough? What would you value more, the connection that you have currently, or an alliance between a ragtag group of gods and a champion of Tempest with the great grandchild of Tiamat herself?
Well, I mean, preferably, if we can really work towards this situation,
it would be really good for us to look towards an enemy of my enemy is my friend situation.
Okay, the Black Emperor would see that Rog just eyes wide as he changes voices, like he's unnerved by that.
I'm just turning my head slowly.
You gotta stop talking like that. Honestly, it's creeping me out.
What do you mean? Do I have some sort of accent right now?
I tap him on the back again to see if I can fix him again.
Ow! That is entirely unnecessary. Can't you see we're in the middle of important negotiations?
I'm kind of looking at the Black Emperor like, is he hearing this?
he's hearing this and he's finding some amusement to this.
That is so
Plucky is broken.
Okay. I'm gonna choose to ignore that. Okay. So, talking of our allegiance would break this a lot. Yes, we don't particularly have an allegiance, I think. Quirky, what do you think about this?
Plucky, you mean?
Plucky,
I'm not entirely sure why you just called me quirky, but regardless, I know that this individual, pointing to Kendov, he has allegiances to his nation, which has now recently been displaced. That is not an issue of mine. This individual, pointing to the giant red glowing god, has allegiances now to whatever that's going on with, the redness there. This individual, pointing to the wooden construct, I'm not really sure where his allegiances lie, but quite frankly, he seems to be on the side of killing red hands. That's good enough for me. And this one, pointing to the guy with the mask, honestly, I just met him, but he
The
seems
red
on
construct is not there.
Oh, fair. Sorry, I missed the wooden construct. It doesn't matter. Anyway, I don't really know where this one's about, but he seems on the up and up. Now, the point here is we have an enemy. We need to focus on that. Red Hands sucks. He sucks for all of us. And, if you wouldn't mind, I know of a piece of him that actually could be useful in tracking him down and using it as either trap or something that we could use to lure him here. Let's focus on the matters at hand. We have a common enemy. We have a way to take care of him. Let's take care of that.
If you propose to have bait, I might propose having a trap. For the volcano is my plane. It crossed seamlessly from my personal to the material plane. If he steps foot on my volcano again, I make sure that he won't be able to exit it.
Well, I have a bit of an idea on that, but I'm going to have to ask. I don't have the ability to cast this spell. Can one of you get in contact with Lecter for me real quick?
I don't have magic. Wait, can you do magic stuff? Pretty sure you can, right?
Double check.
Casting a message or something.
Black Emperor, since you have control of this domain, could you perhaps pass a message to the material for us?
He kind of gives a little very slight nod.
I need to know what Lecter knows about the hand.
The hand? The dagger?
The hand.
So the Kender, so let you get a very grim tone of voice echo in your mind, and you know that it's a Black Emperor contact you directly. And interestingly enough, even though usually sound is, usually with sending you just get, this noise. As soon as you start to hear his voice, you start to see a red eye looking at you. It says, "Your Kender ally wishes to know if you know more about the gods of trickery's hand."
Our what now? Oh wait.
Not the best thing to say to the guy.
Yeah. I sometimes forget about that part. Anyway, we used to have an item that was made of, well, that was in fact a body part of Red Hands. Following an array of tricks, it has been destroyed, for which I formally apologize. Looking back, it had some uses to it. Instinctive reaction, though, caused disadvantage to seize. Though we still own an item that belongs to him, and let's just say about the loss of his hand, at least, Red Hands is still incredibly annoyed.
Isn't that more than 25 words?
It will definitely be. But I can cast sending back to this guy, if necessary.
Don't stand on technicalities. Makes the game
also,
less fun.
Yeah. It should be mentioned that this advantage